Today's episode is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me for real love and real life. Whether you need the perfect card to celebrate love, apologize, or say what's on your heart, Sincerely Shalia has you covered. So skip the generic and say it your way. Check out my full collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find the card that speaks for you. I can't wait till you guys check them out. And don't forget to let me know what you think. I love you guys. Hello, and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars or back and forth, just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey, but you still need direction. So I want you to grab your tribe and get ready, because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny, and today I have a hard truth for you. You're not fighting with your person. You're negotiating power. You ready? Hey, my babies. Welcome back to another episode of Love This Way. You know, every day, couples and individuals sit across from me and talk about the fights they're having in their relationships, from small misunderstandings to relationship enders. And all of these battles have made one thing glaringly obvious. You're not fighting. You're negotiating power. I mean, because let's be honest, most of your arguments aren't even about what you think they're about. It's not about the dishes. It's not about the tone. It's not about who texted back late. It's not about who forgot what. You think you're fighting about behavior, but you're not. You're negotiating power. And until you understand that, you're going to keep having the same fight in different forms with different people for the rest of your life. So today, we're going deeper than communication. We're going to talk about control, autonomy, influence, respect, authority, because underneath most conflict is one unspoken question. Who gets to define reality in this relationship? And you've got to understand how power hides inside of our everyday arguments. Like, let me make this real, right? You say, why didn't you tell me you were going out? But what you mean is, I don't want to feel excluded from decisions. So then they respond, I don't need permission. But what they mean is, I don't want to feel controlled. Now it's a fight. But the fight was not about going out. It was about autonomy versus inclusion. Another example, you say, you don't listen. What you mean is, I don't feel influential in your world. They respond with, I'm not changing my mind. What they mean is, I won't surrender to authority. Now it escalates because arguments are rarely about events. They're about who has leverage, who adjusts, who apologizes, who compromises first, who has the final say. Most couples are not arguing about the issue. They're negotiating who holds emotional power. And when both people feel like they're losing ground, that's when the fight gets louder because losing power feels like losing safety. Power struggles really do destroy good love. Because here's the part that no one talks about. When you don't feel secure internally, you try to secure control externally. You correct more, you interrupt more, you withdraw strategically, you escalate to win, you shut down to punish, you bring up old mistakes to regain leverage. Not because you're evil, because you're trying to protect your position. Power struggles show up differently in men and women, but both do it. Some men assert dominance through decisiveness and dismissal. Some women assert dominance through emotional intensity and withdrawal. Some partners control with silence, others control with volume, others control with guilt. Different tactics, same negotiation. But the question underneath every power struggle is this: if I give in here, do I lose importance? So then, instead of listening, you defend. Instead of understanding, you position. Instead of resolving, you calculate. And then love turns into strategy. When relationships become about winning, intimacy will always die because love cannot grow in a room where both people are trying to outrank each other. Hey, friend. If you're tired of those generic, impersonal greeting cards, I've got you covered. Sincerely Shalia is my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me to help you say what's really on your heart. Whether it's love, apologies, or just because, these cards speak for you. Skip the cookie cutter messages and send something real. Check out my collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find your perfect card today. Now, if you see yourself in this, good. Because awareness is maturity, but an awareness alone is not enough. Let's talk about how to fix it. Number one, I want you to identify what you're actually protecting. In the middle of the conflict, I want you to ask yourself, what am I afraid of losing right now? Respect? Control, influence, validation, autonomy, because power struggles dissolve when you name the insecurity underneath them. Number two, you've got to separate authority from ego. Leadership in a relationship is not dominance. You can have influence without overpowering. You can have autonomy without isolating, and you can have voice without silencing. So I want you to ask, am I trying to solve this or win this? If winning feels urgent, that means your ego is driving. Number three, stop using emotional leverage. There should be no more silent treatment as punishment, withholding affection to make a point, bringing up old mistakes to regain ground, escalating just to shift momentum. Emotional leverage creates fear, not safety. Partnership requires transparency, not these crazy little tactics you're into. Number four, make decisions with, not over. If one person always decides, resentment will always grow. If one person always submits, resentment always grows. Mutual power means we discuss it together, we decide it together, then we adjust. Shared authority creates shared security. And last but not least, number five, redefine strength as stability. Strength isn't dominance, it's steadiness. It's being able to hear something uncomfortable without needing to overpower it. It's being able to compromise without feeling diminished. The strongest person in the room is the one who doesn't need control to feel secure. Here's what I want to leave you with, and I hope that you take this with you. If every disagreement feels like a threat to your position, you're not protecting love, you're protecting power. And love does not thrive in hierarchies, it thrives in safety. You don't need to dominate to be respected, and you don't need to be silenced to be heard. You don't need to win to be valued. The moment you stop negotiating rank and start building partnership, conflict stops feeling like combat. And it starts feeling like collaboration instead. Because the goal of love was never to outrank each other, it was to outgrow yourselves together. And when two secure people sit at the same table, there is no winner. There is only understanding. You have to work together. Your partner is not your opponent. Now, if you need more help, you can always go to shaliavinny.com, book a one-on-one session or a couple session with me, and I'll be there to walk you through this every step of the way. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you, and I'm going to see you on the next episode, okay? Today's show is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my greeting card line. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and then ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest. To your good is better, and your better is best. Until next time, your friend, motivator, and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.